Now to Osun State, where the government has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Ilobu and Orolu local government areas of the state. The government has also taken immediate possession of the disputed lands and areas to forestall further breakdown of law and order. The move follows a fresh communal clash between Ilobu, Ifon communities, according to a statement by Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolakbo Alimi. The governor warns anyone who violates this order will be made to face the full wrath of the law. The statement also adds that officers of the Joint Security Task Force comprising the Nigerian Army, Police and Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps have been directed to embark on a 24-hour surveillance of the two communities with a view to ensuring a lasting peace. We have more in this report.
It's his first time of meeting with residents of the state to give account of his stewardship in the last 10 months. The governor highlights his achievements in different sectors and appealed for more time to deliver on some of his campaign promises. Ifon Ilobu crisis has claimed a number of lives and property worth millions of naira destroyed. The state governor promised to take over the disputed land.
In Ifon Ilobu communal crisis, I have directed the deployment of a joint peacekeeping force to include the military personnel. The force have been mandated to deal with those fomenting conflicts in both communities.
Our visit to the area shows that thousands of residents of both communities are already leaving for Osogbo. Also, corps members serving in the areas were also seen being evacuated to the state capital. The state deputy governor, who assessed the situation with heads of security operatives, announced plans to declare 24 hours curfew in the areas to restore normalcy.
The security chiefs are having their meetings now on how to make sure that the whole thing is down complete, and all the obas and chiefs in the area have been invited, to meet with His Excellency today by 4 p.m. And I can preempt some of the action. There's going to be a total curfew, shutdown of the whole town, 24 hours curfew. It's like the other one is not been effective.
An indigene of Ifon, Jide Akinyoye, had alleged the state government of not meeting with leaders of both communities 3 weeks after declaring curfew. He also alleged the state commissioner of police of incompetence.
Police did nothing because it was the same team. How can you send a team of 21 officers to Orolu and the Rekodun? They didn't do. The CP must accept responsibility.
Over time, we expected the state government to call the two communities to a round table and find solution to peace that was not reigning among the two communities. But since that particular day, about 2 weeks now, we had not heard anything from the government side.
But the police said 4 officers of the command, including the DPO of Ilobu, were shot on Wednesday during the crisis. Leaders of the communities, heads of security agencies, and the state governor are expected to hold a meeting to find lasting solution to the matter. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Osogbo.
Well, let's take you back to Osun State, where our correspondent is giving us updates on the communal clash in Ilobu and Orolu local governments. Rafi, you were explaining earlier that this is not the first time that these two communities will be at loggerheads over a piece of land.
Yes, you're right. They've taken themselves to court for several times. Some won, some lost. But in 2014, there was a gazette when they had crisis like this in 2014. Former Governor Rauf Aribeshola did a gazette on that piece of land. It's like a border area between the two communities, Ifon and Ilobu. They call it Opapa. So, and during that period, Ifon claimed that some of their land, piece of their land, was ceded to Ilobu. So that has always generated crisis between the two communities. But on the 18th of September, which is last night, about 3 weeks ago, the state governor, after having some information that there may be crisis, it declared curfew, a dusk to dawn curfew since the 18th of September. But the most unfortunate aspect of it, which the people of the communities were saying, was that the state government never invited leaders of both communities after the curfew was declared. The matter would have been settled if the state government had invited them to a meeting to settle the matter amicably. But 2 days ago, the information came that some of the residents of both communities were moving around with ammunition, cutlasses, guns, and some other things. So they had to alert the state government, which necessitated the fact that the people were already in fear. So that was the reason why people of the communities were just trooping out of the communities yesterday and the day before yesterday, right from 10 p.m. On Wednesday, they are already been moving out of that place. On that day, they even shot 4 police officers because the allegation was also against the police that they were not up to the task. So, but we learned that 4 police officers, including the DPO of Ilobu police station, were shot and are already receiving treatment in the office. They also burned a vehicle belonging to the police. But presently, we learned that yesterday they held a meeting with the state government, the residents of Ilobu, leaders of Ilobu, and leaders of Ifon communities, and even the Opapa community, because there is another community in that place that is not well known. They call it Opapa. So they held a meeting with them, and they've resolved that they will take control of everything that is happening there. At 4 p.m. today, they are expected to hold another meeting with the state governor, the people of Ilobu, Ifon, and Opapa, to sign an accord to ensure peace. But immediately around 10 a.m., 10 this morning, the curfew has taken effect. We learned that joint task force comprising of the police, the NSCDC, the civil defense, and some other local security are patrolling the area. No one can enter the communities as we speak, but we think, we believe that normalcy has returned.
Has been restored in the community. Rafiu Hamid, our correspondent, do stay safe, and thank you so much for giving us updates on that.